Recently, Skyblock has been undergoing a lot of changes and updates, and it can all get pretty overwhelming, especially if you're just starting out. Doing more damage will allow you to kill mobs faster, do higher dungeon floors, and place higher on dragon fights, and it will increase your efficiency in general. In this video, Dankestgamer is going to go over new best ways to increase your damage if you're new to the game and don't have a lot of progression yet. But before we start, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. We're almost halfway to YouTube rank, and it's really going to help us out if you subscribe. So I hope you all have done that by now, and without further ado, let's begin.
Everyone wants to do more damage. You've probably been told to get fairy souls or new talismans, but there's one variable that is always changing, and that is gear. Today, I'm going to be showing you some gear that can be used from early to late game that is better than many of the gear that you've been told to get before. Fell Sword is crafted with 32 Fell Pearls and a stick, which is only a little bit more expensive than a Raider's Axe. If you struggle to one-shot mobs, put Prosecute instead of Execute for more first strike damage. Reforge your sword to Spicy or Withered if you can afford it. Another set you should go for is the Werewolf set. It is crafted with 96 werewolf skins. Now I'll show you how Werewolf can easily outdamage Superior and why you should be going for Werewolf armor instead of Strong. I'll be doing some damage tests with a Fell Sword and an AOTD. Keep in mind the AOTD is worth 5 times as much as the Fell Sword. And I'll also be using different armor sets such as Werewolf, Superior, and 3/4 Necron with a Crown of Greed. Now looking at these damage tests, the Fell Sword almost does as much damage as the AOTD. The AOTD costs 1 mil to buy, and the Fell Sword costs 200k to buy. If we were to compare the Fell Sword to the Raider's Axe, which is a very popular early game weapon, it wouldn't even be close. Currently, the Fell Sword has an ability which increases damage based on how many kills you get, but this ability is bugged. If they were to fix this ability, the Fell Sword would be far stronger than the AOTD. Now, if we compare the Werewolf armor to the other sets, you can see that the Werewolf armor does less damage than Superior and the Necron. However, Werewolf armor gives 40 ferocity. Ferocity is a stat that gives you a chance to double hit. At 40 ferocity, Werewolf easily outdamages Superior. Now, if we were using a level 100 epic or legendary tiger pet, it would actually give you 100 total ferocity, meaning every single hit would double hit. The Necron used in the tests were recombobulated and on Ancient. If the Werewolf armor was also recombobulated and on Ancient, it would outdamage the Necron armor. Keep in mind, Werewolf is tens of times cheaper than Necron. Comparing this to full strong armor, which is a very common set for mid-game players to go for, it's not even close. Another huge perk of using a Fell Sword and Werewolf armor is that you could star them and use them in dungeons. A Fell Sword and Werewolf armor is fine for floors 1 to 6, but I wouldn't recommend using it for floor 7. If you're looking for the texture pack I used in this video, you can find it in our Discord server, link in the description.
And this is all Dankestgamer and I had for you today. Thanks for watching the video, and if you found it helpful, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one.